My name is Ethan, and until that night, I never imagined hearing my own parents screaming outside my apartment door. It was just past 11 p.m. when the pounding started, loud, frantic, and unmistakably furious. I'd been dozing on the couch after a long day at work when I heard my mother's voice pierce through the hallway. "Ethan, open this door right now." Groggy and confused, I jumped up, thinking something terrible had happened. But before I could even reach the handle, my father's deeper voice thundered, "Break it down if he doesn't open it. This is our son's apartment." My heart dropped. What on earth was going on? When I opened the door, my parents stood there, flanked by my older brother, Luke, all three of them red-faced and agitated. My mom pushed past me before I could say a word, scanning the apartment as if expecting to find something, or someone. My dad followed, fists clenched, while Luke stayed at the door, shaking his head. "Mom, Dad, what the hell?" I started, but she cut me off. "Don't you dare talk to us like that. We know what's going on here." I blinked, completely lost. "What are you talking about?" My father slammed his hand on the counter. "You think we wouldn't find out? You've been lying to us." For a moment, I genuinely wondered if they had the wrong apartment. Then Mom turned toward my bedroom door and shouted, "Where is she?" It hit me all at once. They thought someone was here, someone they didn't approve of. My stomach twisted. "If you mean Sophie, she's not here," I said carefully. My mom's eyes widened with accusation. "So you admit it? You're still seeing her?" I rubbed my face, realizing how absurd this was. "Yes, I am. She's my girlfriend. What's wrong with that?" Dad's voice rose like thunder. "What's wrong? She's 10 years older than you, divorced, and has a kid. You're ruining your life, Ethan." I'd heard this speech before. The judgment, the disappointment, the endless comparisons to Luke, who was married with a mortgage by 30. But never like this. Never in my own home, uninvited, yelling loud enough for the neighbors to hear. I took a slow breath, trying to stay calm. "You can't just barge into my apartment like this," I said. "This is my home." Mom crossed her arms, trembling with anger. "Not when you're making a fool of yourself, it's not. We raised you better than this." Behind her, Luke finally spoke up, his tone quieter. "Maybe we should just go." Dad spun toward him. "No. He needs to hear this." Then he looked at me again. "You're throwing everything away for a woman who's using you. You're blind, Ethan." I'd been holding it in for months. The frustration, the resentment, the feeling of never being enough. But hearing my father talk about the person I loved like that made something inside me snap. "You think you know me, but you don't," I said sharply. "You've spent your whole life deciding what's right for everyone else, for Luke, for Mom, and for me. But I'm done living by your expectations. Sophie's not using me. She's the first person who's ever made me feel seen." The silence that followed was thick. My mother looked like she'd been slapped. My father's jaw tightened, his anger flickering into something else, disbelief, maybe even fear. "Ethan," my mom whispered, "you're really choosing her over us?" I met her eyes. "No. I'm choosing peace. If you can't accept that, then maybe you shouldn't be here." She covered her mouth, tears welling up, but Dad just muttered something under his breath and stormed out, Luke following behind him. My mother lingered for a moment before whispering, "You'll regret this," and walking out too. The door closed with a heavy finality. For a long moment, I just stood there, staring at it, the echo of their voices still ringing in my ears. Then I locked it. The next morning, I woke up to silence. No messages, no calls, nothing. It hurt, but also, for the first time, I felt something strange and liberating: control. Weeks passed before Mom reached out again, this time in a softer tone. "We just want you to be happy," her message read. I replied simply, "Then let me decide what that looks like." Now, a year later, things are different. My parents still don't fully understand, but they've stopped trying to control every part of my life. Sophie and I are still together, stronger than before. And my family, though distant, has learned one lesson I never thought they would. Love isn't control, and sometimes you have to break away to finally be free. That night, when they shouted to break down the door, I thought they were coming to save me. Turns out, They were the ones I needed saving from.